Hey, Russell, Lance, good morning. Everybody doing well, I hope. We'll see who shows and who no goes. Hey, Sunstar, good morning to you too, my dear. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. How's the back doing? Frank, good morning to you too. That's all we can request, Brenda, is that if we're doing okay, we're at least ahead of the game or at least even. TJ is at work. Just popped in to say hi to all. Have a great day, and we'll see everyone on the flip. Okay, TJ. I'm hanging in there, just I'm not as steady on my feet as I used to be, and I don't have the energy levels that I once did, but I'm doing okay. I went down and did a ship. Me and I just came back, didn't we, me? Yeah. Want to say hello to everybody? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, me. Yeah. What do you gave you your food? How come you didn't eat it? Be right back, gang. What? What time? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, gang. Ah, Mia. Yeah, Mia decided she didn't want she didn't want her breakfast. She wanted to go outside again. But she was outside when we went and did the ship. Who knows? It's hard to figure sometimes. Hang on again one more second. Between me and the squirrels, it's got me going. The squirrels were knocking at the window looking for peanuts. Anyway, looks like it might be a slow morning, Sunday morning. I don't know if anybody else is on or not, or yeah, Johnny went on and off right away too. Must be a slow morning. Well, this morning I got the Canadian Steamship Line Saint Laurent. It's called ST dash, not a period. Laurent. I haven't finished editing it yet. I just all I did is I got it loaded into the computer. I haven't edited it yet. I was kind of hoping I would have a lot of people in here online with me. And here comes the Mark W. Barker, I think. Let me see who it is. Yeah, the Mark W. Barker is downbound.
Faster one too.
Here it comes, just in time.
Uh,
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
all right.
I can't hardly read your audio. All I'm hearing is a mumble.
Testing 1, 2. I don't know what's going on.
Can you
I
hike it
think-
a little more?
No, it's turned all the way up in the settings.
Huh,
I can't turn it up anymore. Well, let me check
let
something
me
else.
adjust my up from 50% up to, let's say 70%. Okay, go ahead and say something now.
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my microphone's turned all the way up in Zoom, so I don't know.
How you doing?
All right.
You guys played Fortnite till the middle of wee hours of the morning?
Yeah. The bed. I went to bed like 2:30. It's not my mic, Lance. It's Zoom. Funny.
Yeah, Lance is saying the same thing. You need a new mic, but
Ain't my mic. It's Zoom. It's turned all the way up. There's nothing I can do about it. Thing real quick.
See if that's
what's that?
see if that's any better.
That's better, but it also lowered your voice.
Switched mics.
Yeah, it's much better. Much better.
One,
What do you think, Lance?
Yeah.
Is it better, Lance?
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's maxed out on the volume controls on Zoom. So
Huh. Don't know. How's the wife and kids doing, Justin?
they're good.
The kids probably can't wait to go back to school, huh?
I can't wait to get back to school. I don't think they really give a crap.
Yeah, but at least they get to mingle then with all their friends, you know? That's what the summer's great if you live close to your friends. But if you don't, you have this gap from the end of the school year to the beginning of the next year.
If that changes anything.
Now, do you ever think about, Justin, you missed California at all, or?
I do, but not the way it's ran. I wouldn't want to live there for damn sure.
Yeah, as far as politically, it's gone to hell. But I mean, as far as the sites.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff,
I mean I grew up there. Yeah, I miss it sometimes, but like I said, I would never live there in its current state. It just ran like garbage. I wouldn't want to live there. I definitely wouldn't want my kids growing up there at the moment. Up, Edward.
just the end of the new Star Trek movie, not the new one, but the latest one. It's being played on AMC.
Oh my god, what the hell is going on? What's going on with Zoom? I don't know which one it is.
Here, I'll go back on.
Is it switched? Gotta be Zoom that's doing it. Right. That worked. Does that sound better?
Yes.
I don't know what the hell.
Fine tuning.
I'm messing with the Zoom settings. They're all like whacked out. I don't know why. Definitely not two different microphones. It's either my computer or Zoom's fucking up. That's like this muffly sound. I don't know why.
Yeah, it almost sounds like you're in a cave, you know?
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. That might fix it. Don't tell me it was that the whole fucking time. I know what it was. It was my stupid NVIDIA broadcaster for some reason had the webcam chose the microphone. That was the webcam mic we were hearing me on. That's why. I wonder it sounded weird. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
That should sound better, Edward.
Yeah, it does. Sounds a lot
Okay,
better.
my program that runs my microphone and my camera through NVIDIA, for some damn reason had my Anchor webcam picked as a microphone. Hopefully that sounds better. It did when I checked on Paul's live on my phone, but Johnny's still alive over there.
Ed Hessick. How you doing, Ed?
I wonder if that. Oh no, he ended 32 minutes ago. Okay. I wonder if they ever found out they were talking about that kid was flying a drone and shit now too. So
Oh, they get the one that tried to assassinate Trump?
yeah, that doesn't sound good. It's not going to help your guys' case.
Hey, here comes Captain Joe.
And there's only two drones that probably would have been. It would have either been an Altel or a DJI.
Said DJI.
I didn't hear the news. What did it say?
It was a DJI drone.
So it was confirmed that he flew it over?
He flew it before.
Oh, in other words, he did surveillance before.
Yeah, he did surveillance before. See, and this is where my question would be: if somebody says something stupid about it, I'm gonna say, "Well, why didn't the Secret Service have them and fly them during the time?"
Yeah, but this
It's
is
like,
the
it's
thing.
like,
If they want to make drones hard, if they want to regulate drones, or if they're concerned about them, then just force everybody to get a 107. You don't
right,
have a
I agree.
107, you don't get to fly. Be
We
done
already have
with it.
remote ID, so they know the drone's in the air. Okay, that's a given. They know the drone's going to be in the air. You got to have a port 107 and all of that. It makes sense. Then you got regulations you got to follow. And if you don't follow the regulations, go to jail. Or at least be confronted, you know?
Well, that's the
Well,
thing
and
with
I
this.
think that every time somebody buys a drone, it should come with it on the box, notification of the rules and regulations and what you should know, you know?
Yep.
So,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
nobody can say they didn't get it, you know?
Honestly, you shouldn't even be able to purchase a drone without being able to show that you got a trust test or a 107 at least. Like, there's no reason Walmart and Amazon can't set up simple, basic programming that when you go to purchase a drone, they can't punch in your
And they register right there,
your
yeah.
registered number. They can either punch in your 107 number or your trust number that you're given to by the FAA, and it verify real quick. Yes, you are who you are.
Well,
along
even
with
at a
your account
minimum,
information.
Justin, it would be good if before they sold them the drone, they had to fill out a form with their name, address, telephone numbers, all the information that they got.
I'm saying that unfortunately, the only way y'all are going to keep your drones is by adding more regulations to them to make the government feel safer. That'd be
That's
the
good
only
for me.
way to do it. Because at this point, they ain't going to backpedal on regulations on that.
Yep. Well, that's good. Give me some more regulations. I don't care.
Maybe people shouldn't be able to just go in the store and buy one, or go on Amazon and buy one. Maybe you should have to put in that information, and then they have to send it off to get approved, just like kind of like buying a gun.
Yeah, I was going to say, like
Yeah,
buying a gun.
Yeah, do a federal background check or federal check to make sure you are licensed and all that. I don't know. I mean, I hate to see people get overregulated, but I mean, that's about the only thing you can do anymore with them. Because they're going to end up they're going to either want to ban them altogether, or they're going to overregulate the shit out of them. And then all these
That's why.
flights. Well, even if you're 107, you're not going to want to be out doing a bunch of recreational flying at that point.
Yep.
It's going to be strictly for working. That's it.
That's why I want that property so bad. I get that property with the 4.5 acres. I'll I'll build stuff to fly through out there, and just have me a course I can fly FPV, and I'll fly out there. Be happy. I was listening to what you call it last night, Fox News last night, and the sniper that took him out, Joey, the guy that lost his legs in the Marine Corps, was talking about the sniper and talking about the shooting, and he said, I want y'all to listen to the shots, and he explained what went on with it, and because I listened to it before, but I said, well, I'm gonna listen to it. I turned my back so I wouldn't be watching, and you hear the shots, and like you said, it was precision. The first 3 shots were heartbeat shots, where it's like a heartbeat. First 3 shots. After that, he takes 3 random shots. There's 4 random shots. You heard, it might have been 5, like that. You heard real fast, because there was 8 shots he shot, and then you don't hear any shots for a second. Then all of a sudden you hear one. It goes a different sound.
Yeah.
That's when the sniper took him out. And the sniper that took him out couldn't see him. All he could see was the top of his scope, and like a piece of his hat or something. So he just aimed right for the scope and shot it, one headshot. That's the guy did a good headshot. And it was the sniper on the other side of Trump on the roof. There was two sets that got him. The guy in the front couldn't get him.
I mean, to be honest with you, though, he was sitting on a tin roof warehouse. Like, if they would have shot right through the peak of the roof, it would have went right through it and hit him.
Well, they couldn't do that because inside the building were Secret Service snipers. Did you know that?
Yeah, but what
The
I'm saying
building
is,
was full of
if the-
Secret Service.
if the guy was laying up on the roof like this, right, and there's a
No, he
peak
was
like that,
he was far enough down they couldn't see him.
right? But if
I
there's a
understand what
peak
you're
like
saying.
that, and you're barely seeing his hat over, they could have easily shot right through that roof and hit him. I mean, you're talking about a thin metal roof. Them bullets would have went
Yeah.
right through that and hit him.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, well-
if they'd have sprayed the roof, yes.
I mean, there
But
wouldn't have
he-
been no chance for ricochet because it would have just went right through that building.
One
Because
shot,
it's-
one kill. That's what it was.
If you look at the building that he was on, it was one of those little, just kind of thin warehousey buildings that people throw up on their properties.
Steel building, yep.
Yeah. The roof and everything was, yeah, it's just, they would have, them bullets would have shredded right through that. That's what I'm saying. If he was sitting on a peak of a roof like that and he's laying here, you could have shot right through the bottom of the top and right through him. If you were able to see exactly where his hat
And
was,
it depends
wouldn't have
upon
had to
which
aim right at
rounds they
that.
have. Some of the rounds have a flare to them, so when they hit, they can move after they put. But if he had a steel, what is it, steel jacket, it would have
Full
gone
metal.
straight through. Full metal.
And they were shooting I think it was 330.
and their bullets probably aren't your standard bullets you buy off the shelf. They were probably military grade,
Yeah.
armor piercing type rounds. I'd almost bet you that they probably had like freaking what is it, depleted uranium tips and shit on them. Yeah, they're not going to be using no standard ass round that an everyday guy goes to the gun store and gets.
Well, the guy Joey, that, like I said, he was in the Marines, and he was showing the weapon at the Secret Service, and I think it's a 330 it shoots, and it's a normal hunting rifle basically, different. He said that Secret Service sniper guns are not 50s. It's like a regular hunting rifle. He said from stock to the stock, everything else is just a regular hunting rifle. He said they just changed the feel of the stock and everything to make it easier for them.
Yeah,
And
it's
he
just
said the
gonna,
scope is different, you know.
well, it's going to be like the most customizable, most
Yeah.
decked out fucking sniper rifle that you.
He said,
that
and the
any of
difference
us have
in
ever held.
the scope is the big thing. He said,
That's what I'm saying. That gun's going to be probably one of the top sniper rifles that any of us have ever held in our hands.
Yeah.
As far as rifles and scopes go and shit, like that rifle's probably decked out to the max.
but I'm waiting to
Edward
hear what
said-
that drone in the air is going to do to us.
Edward said probably a 338.
Yeah, it might have been. That's what it was.
Like I said, the only thing that would probably be highly different would definitely probably be the ammunition and the scope. That's probably a fucking $10,000 scope on that gun. Something ridiculous. Cause that's the thing is like the military, like any protection detail that has to do with the president's Secret Service and stuff, they use a lot of military applications.
Yep.
So. Just like DARPA has a lot to do with military or the president's stuff, like his motorcade vehicles and stuff. They're the ones that came out with a lot of the armor and the bulletproof glass and stuff for those cars.
Well, they're coming out with a
Supposedly.
lot of conspiracy shit now.
Oh, dude, I've said this since day one this happened, that this was going to be like the JFK assassination. Even though it wasn't a successful one, it's going to go down in history, and in 50 years, people are still going to be having conspiracy theories over it. And you'll see all these documentaries coming out over the next like 30 years, you know.
Yep.
Exactly what it's going to turn into. And then you're going to have comparisons between, then somebody's going to link the whole JFK and Trump attempted assassination together. They're going to have some kind of link. You know, their birthdays were on this day, which links yeah, you know, they're going to fucking start with all that new numerology shit and everything.
Yep.
Oh, Mark,
Hi, Paul. Interesting. Joe.
Another thing that was said last night was that, and Bongino said this. Now, I like Bongino. He's good. And he came on and he said he had sources that said that the Secret Service was stretched on Saturday because Jill Biden had something going on, and so did Kamala Harris have something going on in Pennsylvania. So they had pulled some of Trump's resources for that. Now, that right there is going to start shit.
Well, not only that, is not all Secret Service agents are like what you see in the movies. You know, there's a lot of administrative guys that do,
Oh, yeah.
because what a lot of people don't realize too is they're actually one of the biggest things that they actually do and investigate is actually counterfeit money.
Yep.
They actually do that quite often. That's like one of their biggest things they do is they're some reason they got tasked with doing counterfeit money investigations.
Well, a girl that was all punched down next to him when she pushed him into the beast, she turned around and she had her weapon. She couldn't get it back in the holster. That caught my attention. She had to fight with it
Oh,
2 or 3 times to get it back in the holster.
I'm sure she was a little frazzled.
Yeah, but
Like I
you're not
said, no
supposed to
matter
have
how
problems.
much you train, or you know, at the end of the day, these people are all still just humans. And you know, the Secret Service really, to be honest with you, hasn't saw any action since Reagan.
Yeah, 40-some years.
So, you know, I wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if the guys are, you know, they're actually finally saw something go down, and you know, a couple of them probably got a little frazzled at the end of the day. They don't see much action to begin with anyway. I mean, a lot of the assassination attempts have been like 20, 30 years apart from each other. So
Yep.
a lot of these guys probably go their whole career without ever seeing anything happen. Oh yeah, Joe, I'm waiting for the day that they start linking the JFK and Trump assassination attempt together.
Yeah,
Waiting for
give
those
it a couple weeks.
conspiracies. Yeah, I'm waiting for them conspiracies to come out. They're gonna be saying next thing you know, they're gonna be saying that the shooter was related to Oswald. Did you know he was like fourth cousins with Oswald?
Yeah, when they start saying he was a Marine, I'm gonna say no.
I mean, he would have been old enough that he could have had a couple of years in the military, but we would have already known he was in the military by now. Everybody would have that would have came out by now.
Well, the way he shot, he might have been in the Air Force.
Oh, don't let Steve hear that.
That's why he had his drone up there. He could fly better than he could shoot.
But they said that he joined. They said that he joined the like it was like a little gun targeting club that the school had,
Right.
and they said he was horrible at it.
Hmm.
That he wasn't any good, and he ended up quitting after the first year or whatever. Because they said he wasn't a good shot. As some of the schools do have like gun clubs where they do target practice. Obviously, they don't bring their own guns to school or nothing. It's heavily regulated, but they do have that. But they said, yeah, he wasn't any good at it. But that was back when he was probably 16 or 17. He was what, 20 when he died? And people were like, oh, he was bullied in school. Like, what the fuck, dude? You've been out of school for like 2-3 years. That ain't no damn excuse. Fuck out of here. The fuck does that have to do with the president anyway? Like, you think if you were bullied in school and that was your excuse, you'd go after the people that bullied you. Like, I heard people online trying to use that as a justification for why he did it. And I'm like, really? I'm like, don't try to feed into that crap. He's been out of school for 3 years. And what does that, and what being bullied in high school makes you want to go shoot a president or just some random ass politician that has nothing to do with you being bullied at school? The one thing I found the funniest was both his parents were licensed uh behavioral
Yeah.
what was it, licensed behavioral experts or something. I was like, yeah, they missed the boat on that one.
They're gonna lose their practice.
Oh, unfortunately, like, and I'm not gonna blame the family for what he did, because unfortunately that's what's gonna happen. Is people in his family are gonna lose jobs. They're gonna lose different things because of his actions, and it's not fair to them. And his parents might be good people. I would hate to see them, get thrown under the bus like that just because of what he did. Yeah, I'll be there, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
But unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. I mean, you're right. Like anytime like somebody gets arrested for being like a serial killer or something, yeah, their immediate family, some people will lose their jobs because companies don't want to be affiliated with it. They don't want news cameras at their businesses, trying to get shots and everything else. Like I said, it's kind of not fair to those people, but it does happen. I'm sure his family's getting all kinds of death threats and shit too. I can imagine. That's what I said. I do feel bad for his immediate family because it's not their fault he did that. You know, I'm sure they're getting all kinds of death threats and all kinds of stupid shit against them. Yeah, honestly, if I was Trump and I was trying to play a little bit of the political card on this, I would have reached out to the family of the shooter and asked them if they were okay. You know, that would have looked really, really, fourth. I think that would have looked really amazing as far as the news goes. That would have made him look really upstanding there. And at least in my eyes, it would have. Because, like I said, I don't blame the parents and the immediate family for that. Because think about it, how many friends did you have growing up where their dads went and bought them a gun and they never did nothing stupid with it, Just because his dad went and bought a gun for him to shoot don't mean that he ever thought his son would do that,
No, but that goes back to the old saying, Justin, expect the unexpected.
Right, but I'm saying there's millions of kids out there that get bought guns every year by their parents and never do anything with them. So if you legitimately don't, in your head, you never thought your kid would do something like that. I mean, I could see that being, one thing, if you know your kid has like mental
Yeah.
issues and you go buy them a gun and then they do something stupid like that, yeah, totally your fault. You missed the bus on that one. But that kid apparently didn't have any issues and was, for all intents and purposes, was an intelligent kid, they said at the end of the day. As far as book smarts and stuff goes.
I was laying here at 4 o'clock this morning, and all of a sudden, I hear this rain hit the roof. Looked up, woke me up, looked up, and then it stopped. It's like somebody threw a hose on it. Go away, go. Like somebody threw a hose on it. Then about 15 minutes later, I hear the phone, all the alarms went off. It said, lightning has been detected in your area. I said, okay, it's coming this way. Then it said, heavy rains in your area. It never rained again.
It rained pretty good yesterday for a little bit. It didn't hang around too long, but it did rain. See, today is supposed to be a high of 94 today. But it's 84 now. It feels like 99 already. Doesn't look like it's going to rain much at all today.
Between 9:51 and 10:01 last night, I had 4 notices at my camera, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was the girl walking in and out, and she was walking in and out with a tank top on. Looked like she was getting ready to go to bed. So this thing's worth its weight in gold.
Oh yeah, you got a big ass storm coming in your area, Joe.
Yeah, I saw that.
Around 1 or 2 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying flooding possible today.
I might have a little rain today, but yeah, that storm coming over you is fucking coming up out of the Gulf.
I'm gonna look and see what it is. Because I've got where I'm parked at. Well, you see, I'm north of New Orleans, so New Orleans is gonna catch up, but I'm gonna just catch a little bit.
Okay, so you have TD for tropical depression, TS for tropical storm. What the hell is TY?
I have no idea.
Here on VST. What the hell is that? Look, watch. I've never
Maybe
seen these
it's identifying as something else.
See, look, you got TD tropical depression, TS tropical storm, and then it goes to typhoon. Okay, so
Typhoon. Yeah,
TY is
that's in the wrong place.
a very strong typhoon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking here. I saw that on
Yeah.
the thing. Oh, so it looks like Taiwan might be getting a
It's
typhoon.
going just south of Okinawa.
Yeah. Then there's Taiwan.
'Cause that's
there.
that's Okinawa right above it. Onto the little set
Right
of
here.
out there. That's Okinawa.
Yeah. And that's Taiwan there. Yeah. Taiwan's getting directly hit. I guess I just never seen it because we don't get those over here. I was like, what the hell? I forgot you could hover over it though. I was like, what the hell is TY? And very strong typhoon. Okay.
So New Orleans has got a chance of flooding later.
Yeah, you saw that storm coming? I think it's pretty
Yeah.
big.
All right.
It's today National Ice Cream Day or something. Oh, it
Hey,
is
Laura.
that.
Jody.
It is National Ice Cream Day today.
Really?
Yeah, because I was on my Edge browser and they had an ice cream logo next to the browser and I clicked on it. Yeah. And it was showing a bunch of ice cream ads talking about the history of ice cream. I was like, the fuck? So I just went to Microsoft Edge and looked up the ice cream National Ice Cream Day and it said, yeah, Sunday, July 21st. So there's your excuse to go get some ice cream, everybody.
Well, I have ice cream in the refrigerator.
Yeah, me too.
Got it yesterday.
What's your favorite ice cream, Joe?
Actually, French vanilla. I'm good.
Oh, you
French
know what they
vanilla is
got?
good for me.
You
Hey,
put
you know
hot
what they-
sauce on that or what?
Yeah.
You know what are
That-
really
that-
good? I've seen the
Mhm.
the little ice cream cone ends for the cones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got those now.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got them just by themselves?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of ice cream inside of the tip of the cone.
Wow.
And a little, you can get them in a bag, and a bunch of them come in a bag. Because that's like the best part of an ice cream cone when you get down at the bottom, and there's just they have that chunk of chocolate in there that so the ice cream can't go through the bottom, and you
Yeah.
always have that little bite of ice cream at the end. So they decided to market off of it. And they make little bags of ice cream cone tips. But actually, my favorite ice cream is probably the Edie's Bites. Have you had those, Joe?
Which
The
one?
little here, I'll show them to you. Let me pull up a picture. The Edie's Bites. Yeah, these here. Or the Dryer's Dibs. I think Edie's makes them too, though. But these things are fucking delicious, dude. Have you had those?
No, I don't see him.
Oh, fuck. I'm on the wrong screen. Hold on.
Come on now.
These right here.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they got like all different flavors. They got like Crunch Bar, where it tastes like a Nestle Crunch Bar on the outside. They
Oh,
got
that's
cookies and
scary.
cream. Those things are fucking good.
That's scary to think about.
Those will get you in trouble too.
I'm
So watch
telling you.
that. See, look, they got mints, cookies and cream, strawberry, vanilla, Crunch Bar.
French ball.
They got Nestle. Uh, yeah, they got a bunch of different flavors of them, but they are fucking good. I go to Walmart and get those.
That's scary.
Dude, I'll fuck around and eat a whole container of those if I'm not careful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like I'm not super into sweets. Like sometimes I'll crave like a chocolate bar here and there, but
Mm.
there are certain junk foods that I do tend to like if I happen to get them. I don't go out of my way to get junk food though. You can actually ask Sarah. I get pissed off every time she buys the kids junk food.
Damn squirrels keep asking for peanuts.
Going to you keep feeding them.
Yeah, it cost me about $100 a week.
Yeah, I'll quit.
Oh, God.
That means in 2 months you could have bought yourself another drone.
They're family. What do you know?
Their food,
Squirrels are family.
their food.
They talk to me and sit up for me and
Rats with a bushy tail.
Do any of them actually come up to you? Come up to you?
oh yeah.
No, well, they'll actually. Well, like, could you actually hand feed them?
Yeah, I've handed them a peanut before. And they thank me and they shake their head like this. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm assuming you throw them out there enough. Yeah, they probably
Too many
threaten
Boston
life.
creams, Paul.
You know what my problem is, Edward? Ice cream gets bought and then it gets eaten before I get any. So maybe that's why I don't eat ice cream very often.
I have a pint of that Italian ice, that mango ice that's in the refrigerator. And then I have a chocolate fudge chunk pint in there. They got them at the dollar store. I paid $1.25 for those and I'm happy.
Actually, me and Sarah were looking at getting a pint of ice cream when the kids. I think it was, yeah, the night before the kids came home. We went to the dollar store. We were going to each get a pint. It was actually cheaper to get a half gallon. It
Yep.
was like 25 cents cheaper to get the half gallon than 2 separate pints. So we ended up just getting a half gallon ice cream instead.
Mm.
What's up, Bill? How's it going? Bill said, check this link out. Let's see.
Hi,
So,
Bill.
Look at Bill's photo here. The iceberg.
Wow.
Sprint's Cove iceberg.
That now I want to know why that water's green right around there like that. Is it because it's colder?
Might be, I don't know. It could be the shot, maybe the camera. I don't know. Well, that is kind of weird.
Could be algae.
But you know, that's just the tip right there. That thing's probably massive underneath.
There's only a third of an iceberg shows itself above the water. So there'll be twice as much as you can see underneath the water.
I've seen videos of them where just the tip was sticking up out of the water. I mean, it was probably maybe a 30-foot tip on it, and then it rolled over, and you just see this big ass, massive, like 100-foot fucking ass end come up out of the water.
Mm.
It's like it's rolling to like, I guess, redistribute its weight. I don't know. Bill said it is algae. It makes it look cool though. Gives a nice cool color around the edge of it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never seen one in person, Bill. I've seen a bunch of videos of them doing that, yeah, where they break apart and then roll. There was actually one where this tour boat was along one of the ice sheets and a big chunk of the ice wall broke and fell into the water and it about fucking capsized their boat. And it was like a shotgun blast of ice across the boat. They were a little too close. Actually, that video went actually pretty viral when it happened. Let me see if I can find it.
There are some places where the algae is actually fluorescent, so the sea glows at night.
Yeah, there's a technical name for that. I can't remember what it is, but
Something like luminescent.
yeah, that's marine luminescence or something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
Then again, what do I know?
I can ship that video. I mean,
There you go, Paul, behind you. You could have flew that boat.
Oh yeah. That's what you could buy. You could live on it.
Papa the Sailor Man.
Go north in the summertime and south in the wintertime.
oh, look at this hyperlapse. This is pretty cool. Look at Lake Michigan. Pretty cool hyperlapse. Look at
Oh man. Look at Paul's drone. Look at it. It's on the ice.
that. That's a big chunk of ice moving.
About to get another one down here. Got everybody. Paul's drone's flying. Look at.
That's a cool
Bring it down quick.
hyperlapse.
That was
That
cool.
was, yeah. That makes for a good hyperlapse right there.
Yeah. Boy, get caught in that rip.
Find that video I was looking for there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Our next mission is to capture a polar bear. I want to capture one on film. Yeah, be careful, dude. Those things ain't no joke. I think those are the most aggressive bears, aren't they? The polar bears?
Yep.
And they're like one of the biggest too, if not the biggest.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure you know it because you live up there, but I'm just saying be careful in general. I watched a thing, matter of fact, about a guy that was, I think he was like some kind of researcher, and he was somewhere up north, maybe top part of Canada or somewhere, but he was a researcher and he was in a tent. Ended up getting dragged out in the middle of the night by a polar bear. Not dangerous if you visit the zoo. I've seen a polar bear in what's that? Matter of fact, I think that was at Busch Gardens we saw that one. Yeah, that fucker was huge. Tell you what. It's all fun and games till your drone gets stuck in the bear enclosure, Bill. Edward said polar bears can smell you up to 20 miles away. But I can already see Bill trying to get his drone out of the bear enclosure. Be like that kid that fell in the gorilla enclosure. All of a sudden, the bear is just cuddling Bill up as the trainers are trying to get him out. That's what happened to the that kid. Didn't like the gorilla or something, like protect the kid from the other ones, or something like that, till they got him out of there.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
at a zoo or something?
Yeah, wasn't there a
Yeah.
kid back in like the 90s or 2000s that fell into a gorilla enclosure? Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think because a lot of zoos have like a moat around them. And they're out there on a little island.
Which is daft because gorillas can swim.
Yeah, but
Uh,
on the edge of the moat, it's just a straight wall up.
yeah, it was about 10 years ago, and the one gorilla,
Oh.
he actually fell into the enclosure, and then the gorilla picked him up and held him until they came in and got him.
Yeah.
Like, he actually held the kid until
It
they
was
came and got him.
One.
Do I?
Protected him. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was probably a female mother in it.
Like I said, I could just see Bill falling in the polar bear enclosure, the bear just cuddling up to him. Him just sitting there shaking like a motherfucker, not knowing what the bear's gonna do. Trying to get his drone out of there. Bear's like, you're my toy now. Like I said, a lot of those animals, though, like I said, they're, I mean, TV just doesn't do them justice to actually see some of them animals in person. Like lions, if you ever see a lion or like a tiger or panther or anything like that in person, just the resonating from their growling is just insane in person, like how deep it is. Like especially a lion, dude. Like I've seen a bunch of lions at the zoos and stuff over the years, and I'll tell you what, their growls are just so just deep. and loud. Just like a when I first saw a rhinoceros in person, I was like, holy shit, how big those things are. And it was only like 10 feet from me. We had we were on the train at Busch Gardens going through the little safari tour thing. That thing was only like 10 feet from our train car. Nothing between us and the train car. There was nothing between us and that rhino. That thing would have knocked our train car over if it got pissed. There's a town in Alaska where polar bears travel through a certain time of the year. Yeah, don't surprise me, Edward. I don't think cheetahs are super aggressive, though, are they, Bill? Like compared to other cats? I've actually seen a lot of people handle cheetahs. Like, oh my God, Donald. That's all I'm saying, Bill. Yeah, lions do and stuff that you hear you can feel the rumble in their growls and their when they roar. Just like they had a hippopotamus in a big old pool at the Busch Gardens, and it was in there with a couple big ass crocodiles. Yeah, them crocodiles are fucking with that hippo. Tell you what. They had them in the same pool together, though. There was two big ass crocs and a hippo just swimming around in there together.
Are they still getting a lot of shark warnings down there in Florida?
I ain't heard nothing about shark warnings, but I also don't live near the coast, so I don't know.
I know that they're talking about sharks are getting a little crazy.
So I'm not sure because
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
inland.
to get to the ocean, it's an hour and a half either west or east. So I don't live near the coast. I don't live that close to the beach. So I generally wouldn't hear about stuff like that unless I was watching the news like that. But if I'm not mistaken, shark attacks aren't that common. They're not super rare, aren't they? Amount of people that swim in the ocean every year. I don't think they're that common.
Well, I think it happens mostly when tourists are around because they're not used to having any man-eating sharks in the water with them.
Well, because I'm saying like if out of the millions of hundreds of millions of people that swim in the ocean every year, there's only I think what like maybe a handful of attacks every year, maybe 10 or 15 at the most. I don't think there's that many. Why would you be concerned about a bear's sexual preference? Next thing you will see the. Oh my God. Fucking Bill.
What's that?
He's asking Donald because Donald said, have you seen are there any gay bars in Alaska? You might find polar bears there. And then Bill said, why would you be concerned about a polar bear's sexual preference? I don't know. Let's see what the average yearly shark attack estimate is. Well, I don't think it's that much, but we'll see.
Right.
On average, there are 16 shark attacks per year in the United States, with one fatality every 2 years. So, yeah, that's not that much. So you might get one fatality out of like 34 or so shark attacks in a 2 year period. You gotta think how many people swim in the ocean every year too. Talking about millions of people. Look up alligator incidents. Like how many alligator attacks? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the place you're most likely to see cougars is in the bars in Los Angeles.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It says over the last 10 years, Florida has averaged 8 unprovoked bites per year that are serious enough to require professional medical treatment. The likelihood of a Florida resident being seriously injured during an unprovoked alligator incident in Florida is roughly only 1 in 3.1 million, according to Fish and Wildlife Services. But I don't know why that's Google's only giving for Florida, because there's alligators in multiple states, not just Florida.
Mhm.
Yeah,
like the
Joe's
only-
got them down there in Louisiana.
Yeah, then they're
Yep.
in like 6 or 7 states, I think. Georgia, Louisiana, I think North and South Carolina have a few here and there. I think.
Well, Joe, isn't the gator the state bird of Louisiana?
I
Uh,
know it's the state bird, but it's a state animal.
what's Lance talking about?
Yeah.
Lance said breaking
Really
news, Hillary.
Get flying alligators. Mhm.
Lance said breaking news, Hillary to replace Biden. What?
Oh, Lord, help me.
Bill said, "You serious, Lance? No way. Kill me for fuck's sake." And but Bill's Canadian, so it must be really bad if he's a concern. Just saw a news on X, Lance said. Not sure how serious it is yet. Unless like the big news agencies are confirming it, there's no telling if that's just a rumor or not. Because there was a rumor going around the other day that Gordon Ramsay apparently kicked Robert De Niro out of his restaurant and called him a woke pussy, but then that turned out to be false. But that was going all over the internet, and it turned out it wasn't true. So, and that came from Twitter as well. So I wouldn't trust too much from Twitter until like if all the big news agencies came out and said, "Oh yeah, it's confirmed," then I would say, "Bro, yeah." I don't know whose account did you see that from, Lance? Was it just some random person posted it or what? Or was it an actual like Fox or CNN or something posted it? Oh, yeah, I've said that before too, Bill. And then this is why so many foreign people do get involved in American politics, because it does affect the countries. The U.S. economy has got its fingers in a lot of economies around the world, and if our economy crashes because of something stupid, it really fucks everybody else's economy too. I mean, the 08 crisis was a perfect example. A lot of countries, man, people were losing losing shit in other countries because of that. And that was just the housing market in the US. But so there was a lot of foreign banks that got in on that whole scheme from France and England and different countries and Germany. And
Most of the people in the UK don't give a shit about the UK's politics, never mind the Americans.
well, I'm just saying, I don't like you'll hear people like that always bash on people about the drone shit from being out of country. Oh, well, they don't live here, so why do they care? But I kind of see why a lot of foreign people do get involved in
all.
America.
Bruce.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general, I can see that from a political standpoint, though, why people do get involved and are so concerned about US politics. Because if you're a smaller country, like, that's only got, let's say, country am I thinking of? I can't think of the name of it. It's just on the tip of my tongue. But like I said, if you're a country that's small, that's like it could be in the European Union, Japan, anything the US economy does could hurt yours at the end of the day. A lot of you guys have foreign reserves bought within the US,
Yeah, that's probably true.
And so I can understand why some people get involved in it and are concerned in their own, their own way. So if the UK was in the position of the US at the moment, I would be more worried. I would be worried for UK politics as well. It would always be on the back of my mind what's going on there, or if it was Germany, whoever, Because you have freaking political. I've seen political rallies in fucking Germany and other European countries for presidential candidates over here.
Mhm.
And it's like it doesn't really make a difference, but they're like getting out there showing their support for a specific presidential candidate in the US. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. But I get it, I guess.
Oh, well, I mean, in Germany, you've got a lot of US forces bases still, haven't you?
Oh yeah, dude, Germany's littered with fucking US military bases. There's probably 30 of them in Germany.
Mm.
We have they estimate 800 to 1,000 US military bases in 70 plus countries.
Yeah.
But they've never given an actual number. Apparently, like a few years back, the Pentagon, so the government had 1,200 auditors come in and try to audit the U.S. Department of Defense. And they didn't pass the audit. And it's mainly because my belief is because they're not going to tell these fucking auditors where all this money's going to and what's using, black projects and shit. They're not going to tell them any of that shit. So yeah, how are they ever going to pass an audit if they can't get an exact amount of where all the money's going? And try to get a scope of how big the Department of Defense is. They can't if they're not being told the truth on a lot of things. They'll never be able to know any of that.
Like trying to explain, all that money that went to the Colombian cartels. What?
Well, it's like that funny, it's like that funny line from Independence Day, right? And the president asks, "Well, how did you guys pay for all this?" And the dad looks at the president and he goes, "You really think they paid $20,000 for a hammer, $30,000 for a toilet seat?" Because that's what they did, dude. There was times where when they were building certain places for the government, they were doing these receipts. And then receipts were literally saying like to buy a hammer for a construction site was like 20 grand. But it was just them covering up where they were doing with the money. It's like, but there was some truth in that statement when he said that in the movie, and it always makes me laugh when I hear it.
Yeah, like it cost $300 million to redecorate the Bolivian U.S. embassy.
Right, yeah. When it was just some jackass going to IKEA buy a few $100 worth of furniture.
Yeah.
The real Alex Jones on X, Hillary is where he got the Hillary news. You know, as weird as Alex Jones is, there has been quite a few things he's been right about. As weird as that dude is, there was quite a few things that ended up coming to fruition that he was correct about at the end of the day. Is he a little out there for sure? I'm not gonna say everything he said has been correct, but you know who always really annoyed me? You remember Michael Moore? You remember him, Joe?
Yeah.
He was the one that did all those stupid ass documentaries trying to say that the US was the only one in the world that had like ghettos in their cities and shit. And I've asked people from Canada, I'm like, are there bad neighborhoods and cities? They're like, yeah. That dude, oh dude, I hated his documentaries. That dude was such an idiot. Hey Paul, can you hear us? Okay, because you're muted. Hey, Bill.
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you. You just couldn't hear me. God, I hate this getting old shit.
Well, things get better the older you get.
Yeah, what? Name one.
I thought your like eyesight gets better, you know, stronger. You
Uh-huh.
heal faster, you know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You get more
You,
alert.
you go with that, my friend.
You
You
learn
go with that.
quicker.
Your money disappears faster. Your appetite for Boston creams gets bigger.
Yeah.
I actually had one of those Boston cream honey buns about a month ago. It wasn't bad. Pretty good. See you later, Bill. Have a good day.
See you, Bill.
I'm just editing that ship right now. So keep it rolling for a few minutes and I'll finish it up.
Daryl posted a video. So this is what I think about the DJI ban he bought Nevada 2 fly market.
It looks like it's got nice sunshine outside right now.
We've dropped down to 18 degrees and 70 odd percent humidity.
Oh yes. Old Hyper 212 cooler.
Well, when are they coming out with some new DJIs? Do you know?
About the week. Yeah, about a week. I got the Air 3 is on sale right now. So it's probably gonna be pretty good. It's probably coming in the next week or so.
It's the Air 3.
Air 3S.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like the Air 2 and the Air 2S. It's just gonna be a bigger sensor watch.
well, it's got a 1-inch sensor on it now.
No, it has
No. No, Air 3 doesn't.
the Air 3. The Air 3's got a 1/1.3, which is a 0.75 sensor. 0.7. The same sensor as in the Mini 3 and the Mini 4. There's only the Mavic 3 that's got a 1.3-inch sensor.
So, the thing I'm kind of amazed at is why, there was talk a year and a half ago about continuing on with the Inspire line. And they didn't do it. Because the nice thing about the Inspire was it had greater speed, but you could change the cameras underneath, just would screw on, screw off, screw on, screw off.
Yeah.
I thought they brought out the Inspire 3.
They did.
Mm.
It came out not a while back.
Yeah,
Just
lost
nobody
years.
talks about it because 90% of the people in the drone community can't afford to buy one.
Yeah, 16 grand just for the Inspire. Then
Oh, really?
another 8 grand for the camera.
Well, at least the people, um,
The non-commercial people,
well, yeah, although I'm saying most of the people we know on YouTube, some couldn't afford a drone that expensive. I mean, that'd be a big ass fucking purchase. You're talking either dipping into retirement funds or fucking getting a damn loan at the bank to go buy one.
I think the only person we know that's got one would probably be Rob.
I don't remember him saying he did have.
Well, I mean, Dre has the MT30, which is the equivalent in
Yeah, he's
price,
got-
at least. In price, it's equivalent to that. Or
No,
the M30T.
I don't think.
M30T.
Has he got the M30T? I know he's got
Yeah.
two M3.
Yeah, he's got the M30T. I've seen
see.
it. Yeah. That thing's fucking huge, dude. It's so funny looking at it folded up next to a folded up like Mavic 3. It makes the Mavic 3 look like a little toy drone that you'd hold in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he definitely has it. I've watched him do the unboxing video where he showed what was in it and everything.
On it, yeah. That was over a year ago, I think.
Yeah, because he got it through Drone Works, I think, through Douglas company. But most of the guys, like
DroneWorks is pretty big size down in Florida, right?
oh yeah, you got Drone Works and you have Drone Nerds too. You got both of them down here. They're both pretty big.
Yeah.
But they're both DJI official sellers or resellers, whatever the hell you want to call them. Vendors, I guess, and repair people. But usually whenever an expensive drone comes out like that, like you don't ever hear some of the drone channels will cover it, but then it'll be like a one-time thing. They'll talk about it one night and then they'll never talk about it again.
Yeah, Billy Kyle will do something about it. Drone DJ.
Well, is Billy Kyle sponsored by them or what? Who's the one that I heard had a partnership in it?
Dobo.
Ken Dobo.
Well, see, this is the way I look at it, right? Is I don't understand why if I was going out to wanting to buy a commercial drone, like an Inspire 3 for my business, honestly, I wouldn't give two shits what Billy Kyle or anybody on YouTube said. I would want a rep from DJI to come to my business and sell me the fucking drone and tell me all about it and show me how to use it. I don't give a shit what some fucking YouTuber has to say about a $30,000 drone that I'm buying for my company. And I don't understand why DJI continues to give these really expensive commercial drones to these YouTubers. For what? Who are they selling it to?
Well,
Because
Billy
I'm a
Kyle,
business that's buying 10 drones.
just
I'm not going
busy. I mean, he has his own business.
right. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to go to YouTube as a business owner and I need 10 drones for my business. I'm not going to go to YouTube to watch YouTubers about a drone. I'm going to go to the company and say, I want a rep to come out and speak to me.
Yeah.
Purchase the drones and show the pilots what all the different features are and everything. And actually have a professional come out and show you. I don't give a shit what some YouTuber said. Like I said, I'm not going to be shopping around for that kind of spending that kind of money on equipment based on what some YouTuber said. And I don't think any companies would. I mean, that's just stupid to me. Why give a YouTuber a $15,000-$30,000 drone and think, what is that going to do? Your average person can buy that. So who are they promoting it to, really?
Yeah.
I'm saying like a company that's going to spend a few $100,000 on drones. I doubt that they're going on YouTube to watch Dobo or any of those big guys to say, oh, okay, yeah, they said it was cool, so let's go spend 300 on drones.
Mm.
Well, who was it that said, Joe, maybe you did, or did you mention it, Justin, about that, the sniper did, flights with a drone over the area that he was
I did.
going to hunt?
Well, we both were talking about at the beginning.
Yeah.
When I first came on, I asked Joe if he had heard that. It was confirmed.
Yeah. It was
But it was
confirmed.
confirmed, I guess. I don't know.
And they said it was DJI.
Yeah, definitely. This is the thing is, you could have a drone save 100 lives. You ain't gonna hear about that shit. You'll hear about the kid getting saved, but they're not gonna talk about what tools help find the kid. Nobody gives a shit about that.
Mm.
At the end of the day, they just care about whether the kid was safe, right? But if the minute you put
Yeah.
a drone over a prison and it gets caught dropping 3 keys into the prison, fucking everybody hears about that. And they're gonna blast how it got in the prison. Oh yeah, this specific DJI drone had 3 keys attached to it and went flying over the prison and dropped it in there. You know, you don't hear about it the other way around. Then nobody gives a shit. Scotty for Boo. I have Lowry and Xander in my pool. What?
Shane Lowry and Xander Schauffele. Golfers playing in the
Oh, thought he had his dogs in his swimming pool. That's what he was talking about. Okay, I don't even know his dog's names. Okay, you know what he's talking about. I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
Mm.
Laura, you're going on at 7 p.m. your time.
I'll just leave it blank and
It
you
should be
can,
2 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I was thinking 3, but no,
Put
it's
this in
2.
my side of the payment thing. Don't put this on the rent thing because Tanya will fucking lose it.
Yeah.
Lose it.
Okay, here we go.
Fucking cool. Alright, I'm gonna go let the kids know. I'll be right back down, grab it.
Okay. Well, here, all I gotta do is sign this.
Just let me know, Laura.
If he has any questions, he can call me.
He knows who you are. I told him I lived at your house and he's like, oh, I know exactly where you're at.
Mm.
All right, well, I'm gonna
You,
catch y'all
you
later.
gotten off?
Yeah,
Okay.
Laura's gonna be live here in a couple hours, and I'm gonna go take a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off too.
Okay. All right, everybody.
catch
Thanks for
y'all
being
later.
here.
I might go fly.
Well, yeah, go fly, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
Later.
see ya.